Hiya, welcome to Darren in the studio. Thanks for swinging by for another video. You might be thinking to yourself, well, Daz, it's not been that long since we got together and had a chat about what you'd been buying in August. And one of those albums that I did buy in August, it came out back end of August, was this one, Alice Cooper's brand new album, Road. And I did say on my August roundup that I would do a one-off video about this album, talk about it, and that's what I'm going to do. I had a few comments on my August roundup concerning this album, and people were saying that they really look forward to they were looking forward to me doing a quick review of this album. So this video is probably not going to be that long because of course we're just talking about one particular album. This is Alice Cooper's Road. This is the vinyl version of it. I actually ordered the black vinyl version because it was the cheapest, and as you know, we're all on a budget at the moment, I just figured that I'd do that. I do intend to buy the CD version of it as well a little bit later on, but I got it on my Amazon account on my phone, so I've been listening to it on that in the car, and I've been playing this a few times as well. As far as I'm concerned, this is one of those albums that really grows on you quite quickly. The singles that came out prior to the actual album being released, that being I'm Alice, Welcome to the Show, and there was another one, the White Line Frankenstein, I thought were all really good, strong rock tracks, and that's the thing that I feel now about Alice Cooper. Yeah, I think Alice Cooper, for me, as a fan of his, and I've been a fan of Alice Cooper's for, I don't know, 40 odd years or so. For me, Alice Cooper used to write really clever, funny, strange, sad, scary kind of lyrics, you know, with the various people that he's co-written with. And I think these days he still does sometimes come up with those kind of songs, but I think pretty much I would just consider Alice Cooper a good rock songwriter. Because very few, as far as I'm concerned, very few of his recent albums have contained really good, off-the-wall kind of songs. For example, one of my favourite songs that he's done in more recent years was on the Paranormal album. There was a song on there, one of the bonus tracks, called Genuine American Girl, which was actually written and performed by members of the original Alice Cooper group. And I think that kind of shows you that Alice Cooper can, as an artist and as a band, sometimes still come up with those great songs. But I don't think songs like Genuine American Girl are as frequent as, say, they could have been, say, 30 or 40 years ago. Road, this is out on the ear label through Edel, I think it is. You'll see it there, you know what I mean, that kind of thing. I'm not sure how big a record label Ear Music is. I know a lot of the European rock bands. I think Ear Music is based in Germany, I think. And Alice's last few albums have been out on this label. Like I said, I ordered the black vinyl version. I got sidetracked there, didn't I? I ordered the black vinyl version, and when this came, it's actually the blue splatter version. So they've sent me that by mistake, but that's all right. Mistakes like that, when you're on a bit of a budget, are more than welcome. So it's out on the. I think you can get various sort of versions of the vinyl, various sort of colours and stuff like that. Like I said, this is the blue splatter version. It does come with a DVD, a free DVD, live at Hellfest in 2022. But I've put the DVD up in my collection so I can get easy access to it if I want to play it. All this touring band are on this album, which is great because it's nice that that the guys are on here. And the guys are, of course, if we sort of get the band line up, I can't find them now. Where are they? You know who they are. Kane Roberts is on here as well, you know, because Kane sort of came in again. For those of you who know, Kane was Alice's guitarist and pretty much songwriter for the Constrictor and Raise Your Fist albums in 86 and 87 respectively. And I think when he came back to replace Nita Strauss, I thought I was really looking forward to seeing Kane again in the UK, but he never came for any of the UK shows, which is a shame. Although, as much as I like Nita Strauss, it would have been nice to see him. And I did think for a while there that they might employ Kane and Nita at the same time. But I think, well, Nita as well has got a solo career. I know Kane Roberts has been putting out music of his own as well. I'm saying all this, of course, because I'm trying desperately to find the lineup of the band. Tommy Hendrickson, you know the people that I'm talking about. They should all be on here. I can't find them now. Hang on. They must be listed somewhere. Bear with me, folks. I know you're looking with me. Here we go. We'll get there. No, I can't. Well, they're actually on the songs, aren't they? At the back end of the songs. Tommy Hendrickson, of course, Nita Strauss, Chuck Garrick on bass, Glenn Sobel drums. Tommy Hendrickson also plays some keyboards and percussion along the way. Kane Roberts is on this album as well. Bob Ezrin features on the listings as well, of course, along with Alice. There's probably other sort of special guests along the way as well. Ryan Roxy is on here as well. Yeah, I think I pretty much mentioned them all now. But I think for me, this album, I'm going to criticise it a little bit. Although I really, really like this album, and for me, you know, from start to finish, it's a really, really good album. There's a couple of songs on here which I personally feel, this is only my personal opinion before you start doing your Kermit the Frog sort of typing deal. For me, there's a couple of songs on here which they could have left off. Baby Please Don't Go, for me, is not the strongest of songs. I think the opening lyrics are quite sort of poor, really, if I'm honest. And I love Magic Buzz. I absolutely love that song. I understand that's a Pete Townshend song. It's certainly credited as Pete Townshend anyway. And I'll be honest, I haven't heard the original version to Magic Bus. I'm guessing that it's a Who cover version. Magic Bus is really, really catchy, but for me, and I'm sorry, Glenn, they spoil it with that drum solo in there. For the Magic Bus, just to have continued with the chorus to fade would have been a much better thing as far as I'm concerned anyway. And I know it's nice to have a drum solo on there, but, and I get it, what with the fact that it's an album about being on the road and being a live touring band. I get that there's a drum solo on there, but I just think the drum solo on Magic Bus absolutely spoils the track. And I tell you, if I play the song, and I probably will play the song on one of my radio programs, I will probably fade it out before the drum solo kicks in, and I'm sorry about that. That's just the way I feel about it. I think I'm Alice, the opening track, is absolutely superb. Welcome to the Show is good as well. All Over the World, great song. Dead Don't Dance, that's a Kane Roberts track, that's great. Go Away, that's good too, about the group is. White Line Frankenstein, one of the singles that has come off this album, also superb. One of my favourite tracks, and I'm actually featuring it on tonight's rock show, that goes out tonight at this recording, of course. Big Boots, as far as I'm concerned, is one of the really great tracks on here. And again, like I was saying earlier on, one of those songs which has that sort of funny, tongue-in-cheek kind of feel that Alice Cooper used to do, and he doesn't do very often. And I wish he'd get back into doing that. Big Boots, like I said, great song. Rules of the Road is quite funny. The Big Goodbye is another great track. Road Rats Forever, of course, the re-recorded version of the 1977 song Road Rats, which Alice Cooper has actually recorded a few times. Of course, recorded it first on the Lace and Whiskey album in 1977. Then he re-recorded it in 1980 for the Roadie soundtrack album, and now he's done it again in 2023 for the Road album. Baby Please Don't Go, like I said, for me, they could have left off. 100 More Miles is a great song, and like I say, the final track, Magic Bus, the Pete Townsend track, I think is really, really great. Some really strong songs on this album, of course, produced by Bob Ezrin. I really like the artwork as well. The artwork's great. I'm sorry about the glare. I'll put a gatefold sleeve on it because it's going into the collection after I've done this video. But yeah, Alice Cooper, Road, a really strong album, I think. And as far as I'm concerned, I think it's better than his previous album, Detroit Stories. For me, Detroit Stories just had far too many songs on it. They shouldn't have included the Breadcrumbs EP tracks, as far as I'm concerned. I think it made the album too long, and the inclusion of the opening song, Rock and Roll, on Detroit Stories, I think was a mistake, because I just don't think it's a good song, the Lou Reed track. But we're talking about Road, and here it is, Alice Cooper's brand new album. Like I say, it's produced by Bob Ezrin, out on the Ear label through Adele, which is, I think, is a German record company. Produced by Bob Ezrin, Road. Some really, really great tracks on these. And I think a lot of these songs, like Big Boots, White Line Frankenstein, I'm Alice, stuff like that, they're really, really memorable from the first sort of play. And it's been getting great reviews. It's been being played quite a lot on UK radio. I know Radio 2 had it as their album of the week. And I think it went in the top 10 UK album charts, official album charts, and was at #1 in the UK rock charts for the week that it came out. So Alice Cooper, Road, the brand new album, out now. Check it out if you possibly can. Hopefully Alice and the band will be coming over to the UK to tour this album, and you can guarantee that well, I'll be there, definitely. Anyway, thanks for swinging by for another video. Hope you've enjoyed this one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. You know the drill by now. And look after yourselves, look after each other, and we'll see you soon for another video right here in the studio. See you later. Ta-da.